This is my first meal of the day. Today's Wednesday, yeah. Keep thinking it's Thursday because it's supposed to be raining tomorrow, but apparently it's going to flood today too. And I have had a spoon and a half of peanut butter because I was rushing, whatever, taking care of animals all morning. So finally eating way late in the day. And this is like a quarter cup of refried beans on each tostada, 2 eggs, and about, I don't know, quarter cup or so to 1/3 cup of onions. I sauteed in a little bit of olive oil first. And the whole thing is about 489 calories, 22 grams of protein, 43 carbs, 12 grams of fiber, so like 31 net carbs, and 22 grams of fat, which is kind of higher in fat for some people, but like I said, it's kind of nice for me, especially the first meal or so of the day, because it keeps me from having hypoglycemia. So here is my dinner. It is still Wednesday, and I have not had that many calories yet, so I went ahead and added some tahini, which is making this over 500 calories. It would be only 400 something if I didn't add the tahini. And it's got 21 grams of protein. I sauteed a squash and a little bit of onion and a little bit of olive oil. And I have 2 servings of sweet peas. So it's like 170 grams of sweet peas. And a cup of millet with a little bit of soy sauce, some nutritional yeast. And yeah, that. I may add some, I don't know, some powdered ginger or something fun to it. And this is going to definitely be very, very filling and have plenty of fiber too. A great way to save money and use up all of your little ends of tortilla chips or tortillas is to make migas. Most recipes just call for tortillas, but if we have old stale tortilla chips, they also work, just the crumbs or bits, and it's not really enough to feed everyone a meal or whatever. Soak them in your eggs for a little bit, and I saute some onions. I have some of our garden peppers in here. And let's see, this whole meal is under 500 calories. And if you want to fill up like big men in your family, big teenage boys or whatever, just get some nice big flour tortillas, put on some homemade refried beans, and then top it with this, some cheese and sour cream, and you have like a supreme like Tex-Mex breakfast burrito thing, right? You can serve this with a side of refried beans if you want, or whatever, avocado, whatever. But I'm just going to eat it like this. And I might put a little bit of the vinegar for my peppers on there so it tastes good. But when you buy the big packs of the corn tortillas, we like to use all the whole ones as tostadas as much as possible. But we'll take all the ones that are broken and use those for migas. No, you can make migas with whole ones, it's fine. Cut them up, make them. But it's nice for us because sometimes we'll buy a pack of corn tortillas and every single one is intact. It's nice. We don't need to cut them up. We'll eat tostadas with them. And then sometimes they get thrown around, or we'll break them up or whatever. And you're left with a lot of bits. And so we'll take all those bits of crumbled corn tortilla and make migas with them that way so that we don't waste them. And it's so cheap. I mean, if you're paying like 19 cents an egg and the corn tortillas are 3 cents a piece, I mean, literally you could have this for under $1. Okay, so I know this is not the prettiest looking thing in the world because no, I don't have a Pinterest pots and pans. I'm not going to sit here and scrub with vinegar and baking soda for 3 hours trying to get this pan clean, right? And I just wanted to show this because of how affordable this is. These were the chicken wings that I got at Aldi for half off. They were already on sale and then half off. So we got 2 packs for, I don't know, between $5 and $6, right? And it was almost 3 pounds and it's 20 wings. Okay. If you were to go pay for this in a store anywhere, think about it. Okay. Like if they put it on the, fancy little paper and handed it to you in the restaurant, you're going to be paying like $30, maybe more. Okay, minimum $1 a wing, and that was before inflation got so bad. So literally we have $25, $30 of wings right here for under $6. And people will say, oh, I can't afford organic and I can't afford, more humane animals, which is true. A lot of times we just can't, I'm not dissing anyone. I get how difficult it is to afford stuff. And I don't eat a lot of meat anyway, but the closer I get to Shark Week, I'm anemic, so I will start getting ravenous and hangry until I have a lot of protein. So I have a few days leading up to Shark Week where I just cannot stop being hungry unless I have more protein. So that's when I decided to cook these. And I was also going to go over like what I do with barbecue sauce. Now I put mostly my hot wing sauce in here. And I did put a little bit of barbecue sauce too because the kids like it like that. And this is, now that date is like the expiration date. And even though we'll still use it past the expiration date, we didn't even open this until this year. But that we put the date on there bigger. This is something my mom taught me to do because you need to see it easier when you have backstock because it's still perfectly fine. Now what we do is I will dilute this. Some people will dilute it with water. If you dilute it with water to get the bottom part off, it still works okay. But if you want to put it on something like this, it might taste too watered down. So we add the raw apple cider vinegar, the ACV, to this and shake it up so it has more of that tang to it. And what I do a lot of times, my kids love my meatloaf because my meatloaf has got like our weird, I don't know, we don't call it like a secret sauce. We might, but we kind of laugh about it because it's like an anything sauce. Whatever kind of condiments are in the fridge and are going south and are all at the bottom, we legitimately mix them up. Might add some apple cider vinegar to it or a little bit of extra ketchup or, spaghetti sauce or whatever we got. And we top our meatloaf with it. With our meatloaf, we usually add the organic oats that we get from Azura because when you buy the big bags of organic oats, they are cheaper than regular oats and you don't get all that glyphosate sprayed on it, right? That it kills your gut bacteria. So that's why I prefer to get organic grains if we can. Obviously, I can't afford that with corn tortillas. There's no really good options for corn tortillas. But I just make sure to take probiotics every day. And anyway, so if you make a really cheap meatloaf, you can use it for that too. Mix anything else. And I use the rest of this. I opened up a new one. And I usually only buy these when this is a different brand. I usually only buy these when they're on sale for 99 cents. And I still manage to find some even after a lot of inflation for that much. And every time they're on sale for 99 cents, I'll grab 2 or 3. And we have so much right now, I don't even need any more barbecue sauce for a while. So I forgot to show you guys this, and it's almost all gone. And my son found this. We were looking at Bell's, and they have this clearance section in the very back. Our Bell's is not real big. But I'm trying to find the skinny syrups there. Because if you order skinny syrups online, you have to spend $60 or something for free shipping. And apparently it's in high demand, so they run out. But look at that, 50 cents. I was kind of like, ew, that looks gross. It's old. It's from Christmas, right? Cute little elves, but or gnomes or whatever. But anyway, then when he brought it home, I tried it and I actually loved it because it's sweet and salty. So I like it when it's salted and yet also sweet. And then these, thank God, Gabby gave me this. She didn't like the peanut butter ones, so the counter's wet. These were 35 cents. I thought, for 35 cents, these are probably hollow, right? No, they were full of caramel and peanut butter. And apparently, my daughter thinks the peanut butter ones don't taste the way she wants peanut butter. And I love them. So I cannot believe how much food we got for. I got 2 of these, one for each of them, and River just got me one of these. There was 2 more. We should have grabbed them. I mean, come on, it's almost free. There was 4.
Yeah.
I mean, legitimately, we got this giant thing of popcorn and both of these for under $1. All right, guys, I am having a busy day. This is a no-nonsense meal, but this is how single moms do. This is definitely under $1, right around there if you include the sour cream. Yes, the avocado as well. Now, what I'm doing today is what I call fridge clean out, where I literally grabbed all the odds and ends out of the fridge and threw them in some eggs. And yes, it's good. And it's how I used to get my kids to eat leftovers when they were little too. I can't hardly get my daughter to eat eggs anymore because whenever she spends the weekend with her dad, he cooks them really nasty. He doesn't know how to cook eggs. He leaves them the white part slimy and clear and gross. And then another person we knew overcooked them till they were dry. So now she has an egg aversion, which really sucks. But when they were little, I used to do this, and this is how I used to get my picky little kids to eat leftovers. If they don't want to eat them, looking at the leftovers, mix them up in some eggs, and whammo, right? Okay, now I have about a 4-ounce potato in here that was left over, and legit maybe not even a quarter cup hardly of refried beans that was left over. And of course some onion, and cooked all that up, threw in 2 eggs. And then I was like, I want something so it doesn't feel too dry with the potato and everything. And I happen to have found, I have 2 cans of my homemade salsa verde left. And I actually use green tomatoes for this. I grow black cherry tomatoes, and they make so many tomatoes that, sometimes if you're trimming the tomato plants down, and because they branch off so bad, you'll have green tomatoes then. Sometimes rain knocks some of them down. And then also if, a freeze is about to come, you may go ahead and pick them green. And they're kind of too small for fried tomatoes. I make salsa verde with them. And then I mixed it with a little bit of 1 serving of sour cream, half of a small avocado to make a yummy green sauce, very similar to what we used to get when we ate at like Little Mexico or somewhere in Texas, which is kind of a generic, Tex-Mex chain. And so I have a really, really yummy breakfast for not very much money. I have not counted calories yet because I am on the go today. We have to go out to town. And since we're going to only spend maybe $25, the only way I would spend $50 is if we hit a jackpot with really good clearance stuff. Besides that, we're only going to spend $25 this week and next week on fresh produce because it's hard to keep veggies and fruit fresh, right? And then, because we still have plenty of milk, we put some in the freezer, some of those half gallons in the freezer because we got so much at Kroger and Hot Springs. And then I will be going to Aldi in a little less than 2 weeks. So until then, we are being very picky about what we buy. But I want my fridge cleaned out first. Okay, so it is Friday, and we finally did a little food haul for this week since we were trying not to spend much until we go back to a bigger town. And it cost us $28.29 for quite a bit of food. Like, it's not much, but I know that if you were to add this up, it would be definitely more than $28. We got these little garlic knots for $1.19. We got these donuts for $4. These were $2.99 each, just for the kiddos. And celery was like $1.70. Mushrooms were $1.50. These were on clearance for $1. This was on clearance for $1.50. The potatoes were 60 cents a pound. It was 5 pounds for $3 a point. And I got the onions, not the best deal, but I love having fresh onions. It was $1 a pound, 5 pounds for $4.99. And then we got a skim milk for $1.50. And I cannot hardly get the kids to drink it, but we can add it to coffee or we can bake with it or what have you. That's super, super cheap. So we got it quite a bit because there's still protein in that. So if you put it in shakes or anything like with other stuff, it's pretty good. So we got all of this for under $30. Okay, today is Saturday, and I never finished recording anything on Friday because once I was out in town, I was just too busy running errands, getting inhalers for one of my kiddos, and doing all the errand stuff, and they're gone this weekend. And then I would have shown y'all breakfast, but I feel like it's so redundant. I just had a yellow squash because I had 2 left. So I had a yellow squash with some onion chopped up. I sauteed it in olive oil, and then I added my 3 farm eggs. And that was a filling breakfast for, I don't know, just under right around 300 calories. And I have not eaten anything since. It is getting dark soon. So I wanted something lighter because I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done. I don't want anything heavy. So I took some millet and I made kind of a porridge with it. I get our millet in big bags, organic from Missouri. So like one thing lasts like, a year or more. And I put some frozen berries. I've had the frozen berries for a while now. And because we make things last so long. I put a serving and a half of berries in it. And frozen berries, let me think what else. Oh, about a teaspoon of flaxseed I grind myself with a coffee grinder. And 3/4 of a cup of silk almond milk. It was the one I got on clearance at the local grocery store for $1.50. So it is not the unsweetened. So it helped sweeten this up. And I had added a little bit of sweetener too. And then I had gotten this on clearance at Kroger a few months ago. And it doesn't really have any flavor to it, so I can see why it's on clearance because it doesn't taste like almond, or it just tastes like nothing. But I added it in there to thicken it up, but also to add a little bit of protein, just because I know that I'll probably regret it if I don't have enough protein, because then you just get hungry faster, right? So anyway, I'm excited about eating this. Okay, so it's Saturday evening, and I'd had the eggs this morning, or late, but like a breakfast, and I had the millet with the berries, and I'm literally, this is only at like 1100 calories with this. I might have a grapefruit or something later too to try and get some more fresh veggies. That's the saddest thing about trying to eat on a budget is, if you limit how much you're going to spend, your fresh food is going to run out eventually because it's the most expensive part for us here. Now, if you live in a nice big city like we used to in Houston, they get all of the world's goods and they have the lowest prices. But when you don't live in those kind of cities, we don't have all that luxury. So, I am running low on the fresh stuff. Now, we got the mushrooms on sale recently, and I have a lot of onions. So I sauteed a little bit of onions and mushroom. I cooked some chickpeas in the pressure cooker. It's supposed to help break down any lectins. Millet are not supposed to have lectins either. So I did have some millet with this again. So that's my second time having that today. But it looks really filling and yum. So I have not been recording my food this weekend because it has been a Shark Week. I am moody and I'm anemic, so blah blah, right? And the noise in the background is my dehydrator because we're dehydrating some of our wild herbs and medicines from the yard. We have henbit and stuff in there. Now, this is 514 calories. I have rice, eggs, and avocado because they're getting ripe, and some green onion because I need some fresh food. So there's fiber, almost 20 grams of protein in here. And my Fitness Pal said it's only 55 carbs and 8 grams of fiber. And I'm like, are you sure? Does that sound accurate? I'm like, I just feel like it'd be so many more carbs at all that rice, but whatever. I thought I would show you how not pretty it looks once I put my seasoning and stuff on there. I don't always show that. I don't always think about it. I have cayenne pepper and ginger. Both are supposed to help with toning and helping out with heavy times of the month. And I also have soy sauce on there and some nutritional yeast for the B vitamins. And I did put some garlic too. And these are all the vitamins I'm taking. Oh my god, this doesn't even include the herbs I take with my pain medicine every day. And this is like the black seed oil and some extra B vitamins, probiotics, iron, L-carnitine, things like that really help with my pain. And if any of you happen to be Spoonies, I don't care if you're autoimmune or fibro. I mean, it's already proven that fibromyalgia is full of inflammation, but yet they still will not recognize it as an autoimmune disease, which is ridiculous because they have neuroinflammation proven time and time again. But I really don't want to have to take anything that lowers my immune system anyway. Because, I mean, I'm fighting possibly chronic illnesses already, like the Epstein-Barr virus and stuff. Some doctor put me on a Rava once, and it, like, made my lymph nodes swell back up and things. It was awful. And it was either that or I wasn't allowed to take the pain management. So I went years without any pain management because he wanted me to basically lose all my hair and have swollen lymph nodes and be in so much pain I couldn't chew. So that was great. But I noticed that I feel like my mitochondrial dysfunction is a big part of what we go through, okay? So if you have any kind of chronic pain and fatigue, look up the kind of stuff that feed your mitochondria, your ATP production and everything. Creatine, taurine, B vitamins, what is it? There's L-carnitine, and I know there's more. I just can't think of them all at once. And I don't have the ability to get all of the vitamins all the time, because if I run out, I can't always afford to get more. But the more I have to feed my cells, the more energy my arms have. Because people don't understand that this too, the Spoonie thing, like just lifting my arms. I can't hardly style my hair anymore. Anytime I have to lift my arms above my head, they're really, really weak. Even if I exercise and work out a lot and build muscle, it's not that. It's just that actual mitochondria in my cells are weak. They're not producing energy. Hiking really helps because when you exercise, you boost your mitochondrial production. And so any kind of exercise you can do, that's why it helps ease fibro pain, because it helps boost your mitochondrial production. So I always know when I'm having a bad day or if my mitochondria is not working, because when I start lifting my arms and stuff to grab something, it takes so much effort. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, this is, my mitochondria need some juice right now, some goat juice. This is why Walmart should not have an A for not wasting. This is clearance, guys. Clearance stuff. You see this clearance? This ain't clearance. This ain't clearance. Not even close, okay? They will send all this stuff back to a compactor to be crushed. This is what they'll do. They'll throw it away. They complain about people stealing while they nickel and dime us all the time and lie about a price. Look at these prices. Not even remotely clearance. I mean, I have seen some of the nail polishes in here are painted on. Look at that. Painted on. All messed up. All of this junk. Not even close to clearance prices.
Hey, Mom.
Wasteful corporate greed.
Wait. This is something that you can buy at Dollar Tree. This is the exact same thing as this Dollar Tree.
Wow, $4.66 on clearance.
Actually, the one Dollar Tree comes with, it's actually a flashlight, too. This one's just the same thing without a flashlight.
Yeah, what else was it that you were showing me? Where was it? Oh, yeah.
The
Temptations.
Yeah, 58 cents.
You can get these on sale like all the time for like $1 at Kroger. Clearance price. Yeah, this is unreal. I am so excited about dinner tonight. It is late and I have not had like maybe 1,200 calories, including dinner. It would be about that much. Because I had a little serving of yogurt with berries this morning, and it's a clearance yogurt that we had still. And then I had the egg rice thing that I recorded earlier today. What's today? Today's Tuesday. Okay. And this, would you believe that much squash is only 20 calories? This was the reason why so many people that do whole foods plant-based lose weight. It's also why I lost so much weight on Body Ecology, because you're eating so much food, it's full of nutrition, but you're not eating calories. Nothing. Okay, I don't like how the whole food plant-based diet, they can be so obsessed with being fat phobic. And after having done keto, I have seen the healing of fat. I have. I just don't like the restriction of it and the cost of it. So it's weird how I've tried so many things, and I actually respect so many spectrums. I just think, it isn't a one size fits all. It really isn't. And different stages call for different types of healing. Like if you look at our ancestors, they had cyclical diets depending on the season. So I feel like changing things up is actually good for you. Now, I'm going to have chickpeas, about a cup of chickpeas and onion, mushroom. And this will cook down a lot as I saute it, and I'll have some rice with this. And then I'm going to make a peanut butter sauce with peanut butter powder and soy sauce. And the whole thing is going to be like 560 something calories. Imagine a whole cup of rice with this and this. This is a lot of food. I'm doing it in a little bit of olive oil, so I'm adding fat there. And it will be more than enough. I don't even know if I can eat it all. But even if I did, that's under 600 calories. You can go and buy something off of like a value menu fast food. And it's like a mini burger and a mini fries. And you pay way too much for it. There's no nutrition in it. And then you go online and realize you ate 1,000 calories, or more. Oh my goodness, look how yummy this is. I cannot believe, can you believe this much food is like 567 calories, including the peanut sauce? I can't believe it. That is a lot of food. I hope I can eat it all. He's so cute.